Step 1. Know your audience deeply. If you're not already familiar with my framework for growing a small channel, it's called the Content Framework. And the first step is to know your audience deeply, because without knowing who you're remaking content for, you're just shouting into the void and hoping that somebody listens. But with the right content, you can grow an audience of people who love what you have to say and are excited to hear more from you. So let's get started. The first question you need to ask yourself is, who are you trying to reach with your content? And to answer this question, you need to think about 4 things: their age, their interests, the problems they're facing, and their habits on the platform where you're going to be posting. Let's start with their age. Are you trying to reach kids, teenagers, young adults, or seniors? Each of these groups will have different interests, different problems, and they'll use the platform in different ways. For example, if you're trying to reach kids, then you've have to make sure that your content is age appropriate and that it's engaging for that younger audience. Whereas if you're trying to reach adults, you can probably get away with more complex topics and more adult humor. Next, what are their interests? What kind of things do they like to watch, read, and talk about? This is important because you want to make sure that your content is something that they actually interested in. Otherwise, why would they bother watching it? It might seem obvious, but you want to get as specific as possible here. For example, instead of saying that your content is about fitness, try to be more specific. Is it about weight loss? Is it about building muscle? Is it about improving flexibility? The more specific you can be, the better. Next, what are the problems that they're facing? This is important because you want to be able to provide solutions to the problems that your audience is facing. If you don't know what their problems are, how are you supposed to help them? For example, if you're trying to reach people who are struggling to lose weight, then your content should focus on providing solutions to that problem. And finally, what are their habits on the platform? How often do they log in? What kind of content do they usually watch? Which influencers do they follow? You want to make sure that your content is something that they're actually going to see. Otherwise, it doesn't matter how good your content is, nobody's ever going to watch it. Once you've answered these 4 questions, you'll have a deep understanding of the audience that you're trying to reach with your content. Then you need to figure out what they already watch, what they comment on, and what they share. To find this information, you need to do some research. What are the hashtags that they're using? What are the influencers that they're following? What are the types of content that they're liking and sharing? You can also look at the comments that they're leaving on other people's content to get an idea of what they're interested in. Once you have this information, you'll be able to create content that is specifically tailored to the interests of your audience. And that is the first step to growing a large following on social media.